out to you the most?
I mean, the communication's been clear. It's been clear for weeks, but I think just getting over that hump of making those tight plays. You go back and you watch the film. I mean, there's multiple passes, and those last two especially, where like he hits tank and like it's got to be a perfect ball, and he throws a perfect ball. And so I think getting to that point where it's like, we've been so close in the past few weeks, and like finally, we're able to put a drive together and really put it on CJ's shoulders to get it done, and like he stepped up in a big way.
Coming off the field after the turnover, you kept patting your chest, making the most of your life, it's me. How good did it feel to be able to, not only recover from that, but to be able to be one of the, intricate parts of you all winning that game on Sunday?
Yeah, I don't know, like I had a feeling like early in the week that game was going to be like a big game, for us and like specifically for me. It's just I can't tell you why. It was before the game plan even went in, and like I woke up and like I knew, I just as a player you feel those feelings sometimes, and you're like, damn, it's gonna be a good day. And so when your first catch is a catch and one of the best linebackers in the league knocks it out, it's like, all right, well shit, like you know what I mean? Like it was laughable to me on the sideline, because like I'd been feeling that way all week, and like of course the first freaking catch is a fumble, and so you get back to the sideline, and like I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that like I don't take that lightly, like turnovers or something that obviously sets the offense back, and I mean our defense got it back, and I mean stopped them held them to a field goal. So it's like, it's not the end of the world, man. Like, happened in the first quarter, we got the whole game ahead of ourselves, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that like I was trying to hold myself accountable for a mistake and putting us behind.
Dalton, CJ said yesterday that after that turnover had happened, he went up to you and said, "Hey, you're going to make a play today. You're going to be a big part of the game." What did that mean to you? Can you take us through the mentality for you that game after hearing those words and bouncing back during that game?
Yeah, I mean, that's just who CJ is. Like, he's going to say that like to anybody. I mean, he's got an unbelievable belief, not only in himself but in those around him, and that's just him being a leader.
Do you think there was something intentional from CJ or Bobby or anybody with the offense that the very next play went to you?
Not really. I'll leave it at that.
Don, I'm curious, I don't know if we've talked to you about this since it happened, but I'm just curious because there was a play at the end of the Falcons game. Well, not the Falcons, the Saints. What was the game where you made the Falcons?
Yeah.
Major adjustment. I'm curious about that though. Is that normal? Like,
No.
Where so like, can you talk about, I guess, the significance of that, or what has impressed you most, and maybe his ability to kind of see things and then make adjustments like that on the fly?
Well, really, it's like you could talk about all those things all you want, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's Bobby who green lights all that stuff. And so, for CJ to have the trust in his receivers and guys catching the ball to make those adjustments and like not only throw that ball and a rep that literally we haven't ever gotten, to Bobby greenlighting that, and like Bobby trusting in CJ and everybody else to do it, like to me that says more about Bobby being able to trust a young rookie to hand those keys off and be like, hey man, like get it done.
There's a lot of newness to this team. Obviously, CJ's a rookie. It's your first year here, but y'all collecting receipts. Yesterday is probably one of the more impressive examples. How much does a result like that, an ending like that, an environment, an atmosphere like that, sort of impact your opinion about this team? And how much do y'all discuss that, like after a game? Exactly what you guys can be, what y'all's potential?
I mean, we all knew like what we're capable of, and even after a hard fought win like that, like we could have played so much better, like on both sides of the ball. And I think we've been seeing glimpses and talking about it for a long time, and I think to just finally have it show up and by nothing more than getting a win in a hard-fought game like that, like, you know, that gives the team a lot of confidence. You know, like, at the end of the day, like, we all believe that that's going to happen every week. But to actually get the end result, different story.
There's just a difference between, like, these few years, there's a difference between, like, the belief, the institutional belief, and then knowing what you should, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's faith and belief. You know what I mean? It's the same difference.
Playing the wide receiver and tight end position. Yesterday, CJ was able to spread the ball around to all of you all. When you have him playing for a quarterback like that, how exciting is that for, you know, somebody at your position, knowing that at any point in time I could get, you know, back-to-back?
Man, shit, it's excited for everybody. Like, when you have a quarterback that's playing well, like, anybody can get the ball anytime. Like, you're never dead. Because, I mean, even when it's not your ball and the coverage is, you know, probably saying you should throw it somewhere else, that dude just scrambles out, and, like, you might get a shot on a scramble. Like, there's never a dead play, especially, you know, young kid playing so well. Like, man, we're live all times.
Dalton, Noah had such a good game yesterday. What have you seen from him just through practice and through the game since he's come back from the injury? Just what are your thoughts on him?
Man, I keep telling him this. Like, I wish like y'all could have seen him like 3-4 years ago. Just like how far that Noah's come. Like, he's been like nose to the grindstone for every year that I've been with him. I mean, that guy loves ball just as much as anybody, but to actually put the work in and like finally start to see some big time payoffs, like, dude, I'm so happy for the guy. Like, he's been working his ass off, and like, I can't say that enough. And so to see him go out there and like finally, you know, get that big game that he's been so deserving of the last few years, like, man, it's awesome.
It seems kind of obvious, but when you're in 2-minute or 46-second mode, CJ said this yesterday, that first play going the way it does positively is such a huge part of making that drive work. Is that the way you see it, like when that gets going and you're off?
I mean, yeah, the biggest thing is you can't have negative plays in a 2-minute. Like, so yeah, a positive play is great because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Your locker is right next to Tank, and on yesterday when Noah had his big run, Tank, you know, threw the block.
Sprung it.
And Noah said that Tank thinks he's bigger. You know, he thinks he's bigger than what his, you know, actual stature is. When you're having those type of conversations with him right there, can you see that as well?
Hell yeah. You talked to Tank before? Yeah, you know he's bigger than he is, huh? You can hear it. Yeah.
All right, thanks, all.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thanks.